So hi to everyone. In this video, I want to speak about what is in a depression, why the people, all of the people are going into depression, what is the impact is going on the doing by going into the depression. So just I want to say about this. So most I want to discuss about how the depression is going to be coming in our day-to-day life. So what is the depression? What's the purpose of that coming to the depression? So if we take an simple example, a person is going to learning daily of his schedule is learning day by day his learning is growing, and day by day he's working very honestly and working his work, and his learning is growing very career, and he's very happy with his learning and is very satisfied with his work. So daily his schedule is going to be working and is going to be happening daily day by day in schedules, and so the life is going very good. But one day some of the negative fellows or some of the people will come into in this life, and they will transform the purity person into the impurity person. So if the person is going to be impurity, then he starts because of he started blaming to the person who is going to be came in his life. Automatically when he starts blaming the impurity of the is because of his attitude is learning. When he is going to be learning, he also learned from the bad things also from them. When he started learning from the bad things, then the peace is going, he losing his peace, and when he loses his peace, then automatically he's stopped his learning. When he's going to be stop his learning, automatically the growing also stop in his career. So don't do these mistakes. This is of example. Then after the person is what he is going to do, because of him I was just in became and like this is not my character, this is my, he's guilty, feeling like I'm guilty, this is not my character, this is my what, this is my, I want to focus my goal, but it's trying to difficulty sometimes because of the when impurity comes in our body. It's a takes a much time to go out from the body. It takes a much time. So the person is just going into the depression because of him. I wait because of him, uh, because of some negative fellows. I was just into the this negative around me, the circumstances which I built myself is a very wrong thing. So the person is going from them and just thinking about that situation, and is going into the depression mode because of the negative people. So my life is going to be like this. So he's going to a depression and just thinking about that all the processes of the moment which he enjoyed in the past things and with him, and how they spread the negatives in his mind, thinking about that and going into the depression, unnecessary depression. This is a small simple depression of the example, a boy who is going into depression due to of a negative people. So this is an example of that. So if you take this is a depression. When the depression is going to be happen in his life, then automatically he is just in a thinking mode or the thinking process. When he is going to be thinking process, he is not unable to focus in his studies, and he is not unable to survive, like everything seems to be difficult. When learning stops, everything is seems to be very difficult in the day-to-day life. So I suggest everybody don't be in the go into the depression. So you see, the boy is just a negative friend. He went into the depression, and he's wasting his present moment at the time also, and he wasted a lot of months, and it takes a impurity to went out from the impurities of the qualities like selfishness, the jealousy. These are the qualities he became like in when he went, and these are the qualities makes him to be depression, and he's always going to be not learning anything in his life. When he's why because of his stop his learning, total of imperative elements is went into this body. So finally the boy is just working on to out of from the depression, just because of in the negative people he went into the depression. This is one of the example. So if you take another example of the depression, so recently I listened that the depression is a very nearly in our India 70% people are going to the depression. They are not coming in out of from the depression. So most of the like in communication trainers or the motivated trainers are they are trying to their best level to come out them to give a positive words to them, and they are just going to into the consultancy to avoid the depression. Most of the people are doing this, you know. Recently, you know, most of the people they are leaving their whatever the lands they have and whatever the property they have, just leaving for them, and they are doing the orphanages, donating their orphanage 200 to 300 crores because of they don't have any peace in their life. When the peace is not going to be happen, what they wanted, what the use of the property is, so they are thinking and they are donating. So this is also a kind of good things which they are seeing because of they are also vending in the depressions, and they are this doing this When this is the qualities become. So in our India, 70% of the people are doing going into depression. Most of the students, they are going to depression, and they are spoiling their life, and sometimes they will do in because of the depression they are going to be a suicide also. So to avoid the depression, don't go into depression. This is a kind of emotion. Depression is nothing but is a kind of emotion, and the hormones which release in our mind. This is a small thing. The depression. If you want to avoid the depression, talk with your family or talk with the close friend you have in your surrounding. Talk with a positive person. He will spread you a positiveness in your body. If you have any negative elements in your body, so these are the emotions which you can build yourself to avoid the depression. Depression is a small thing, it's not a good thing, okay? So avoid the depression as much as possible, and focus on your work, what you want to do. Just if you want to be stay in the present, you should focus on your work, what you are assigned by, and what you have in a responsibility. If you are a learning person, or if you are learning a courageous person, and if you are a student, you are the student aim is to perform academics in well, and to learn the things with enthusiastic. That is if you are a student, that you should have it like a bit like these qualities. So focus on your work to avoid the depression and everything, and stay in a crowd places like friends which you have. Don't be stay alone. Why? Because of if you stay alone, you are going into the same depression mode. So don't stay alone. So these are some of the tips I want to say about the depression. So don't go into the depression. That is a small emotion. What is it? If you talk with the people, if you just change your environment, automatically that emotion is going to be changed. Then you are again coming into the present moment, and you are again restarting your life. That gives a good feeling. So in this video I spoke about how to avoid the depression, and what is a depression example. I taught about the one small example, and some of the tips in this about the depression. So thank you for watching this video. Have a good day.